that should be able to hear me, hopefully. We pray. We pray it's working. If anyone's here, say something in the chat. I'm gonna just quickly do this. Just cool. Looks like we're up and going. Up and going. Up and going. Up and going. Dude, we're live, we're live, we're live. Widow, shush. We're live. Okay. You guys, he was being very, very racist, so just, you know, it's a good thing he didn't include his audio. So, Oh God. Okay, right. I might put it in my CGL team thing just so they can laugh at George. I don't know. Is that worth it? Probably. Yes, we are ready. Who is that that joined the party? Sol, how you doing? Okay. We're currently live for XOL, so guys, I don't actually care. Let's do this casting, otherwise I will just boot you with a minute. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm more talking about Widow. Alright, here we go. Map 1. So today we've got Salmon Flames versus Spartans. In the XOL Week 5, we have a 4-0 team versus a 3-1 team. Salmon Flames currently top of the league. Not dropped a map yet. And I believe Spartans are 3rd at this current moment in time. So a big clash at the top of the table here. Spartans only lost so far to TBM. And it should be an interesting game. Starting out on Volskaya, a map that is not one of Toxic Snipe's favourites, so I know that for sure. Or is that Widow? Are you actually going to cast now? Are we good? I don't care. Alright, so anyway guys. I think we will see a lot of goats on this map. I'm curious to see if we'll see any of the 4 DPS that we've been seeing in the Overwatch League on PC. Especially for this map. It does look like Narco starting off on that Junkrat that he is so keen on. His Junkrat is next level, and Corpse showing up for today's game. Sniper on the Zarya is interesting. He's a very strong hit scan player. I suppose Corpse is as well. So really starting out with a very strong roster here on the side of Spartans. H-Bomb looking like he might start on the Widow. That could be an interesting duel there between the Soldier and the Widow. Running that more brawly comp on the side of Spartans. Opinions on these teams today, Widow? What are your thoughts?
I never seen Spartans actually play. Actually, only mostly Junkrat type comps, aka spam comps. SIF, I never saw them play, so I don't know.
Well, SIF, Narco with that first pick onto the Mercy
Narco,
straight off the bat.
65.
SIF running that double sniper, very strong on first point for Skyer as soon as you get past the choke, but until that moment, very tough to break through, especially against the increased brawl of the Spartans. We may see a compositional swap coming out. Yeah, H-bomb hopping onto the Farah to try and deny the high ground. Obviously only running into a soldier. We'll see if H-bomb can
Both
pull it
teams are
off in
doing
that
the damage
1v1.
in the parking.
Ryan's engaging on the front
Toxic
line.
Snipes picks
Farah coming in on the back line. They are through the choke now, closing
This
in
causes
on
a
Spartans.
65
Toxic with 2 picks.
6v4. They could rush up at this point.
Gherkin comes in with
Ryan's
a pin.
2 staggered. That
counter pin
Tommy
by
tries to
Thermi.
charge in the Ryan.
Toxic with a 4K on point, cleaning up on the hand. So H-bomb goes down, but that will be first point to Salmon Flames. I think my TV's still got volume, so I'm really sorry if you guys heard that through my mic as well.
Wow.
Alright, moving on to second point, we are seeing a compositional swap from Corpse, just the soldier to the McCree. We know he's a very strong hitscan player, so maybe that's just to deal with the Farah, but I feel like the Hanzo was more of a trouble for first point. We'll see. It looks like SIF will be keeping the same composition as H-bomb comes in to get the early pressure. Riptide comes off in choke, gets 3, huge by Narco, just ending that push before it happens and allowing his team to prevent the snowball, since they will have been old tracking. They will have known that they had 3 or 4 ults online on the side of Salmon Flames. George poking at choke, we'll see if he gets punished. It doesn't look like Spartans are going to be aggressive here, as the pharmacy comes in through the choke. Spartans being pushed back to the point. Little bit of lag on the side of the game server, that's unfortunate. Shatter blocked. Both shatters blocked. Grav comes out. Narco gets 1. Corpse gets 1. Toxic gets 1. But Spartans will clean up this fight. 4 picks to 1 and hold for yet another team fight. Grav and Shatter coming out there from the side of Spartans or Salmon Flames. So just Barrage and Dragons coming out here. I'm surprised they didn't combo. Oh no,
Sniper is not allowed to use his sniper account, only his bump account. Did they approve that?
No, his sniper's count's his highest SR. H-bomb going for the flank. We'll see if we can hop on board with him. Which button is it? Come on. He's looking for a flank barrage. Here we go. Does get 1 before he goes in. 2 down on the side. It's a 6v4. This could be it for Salmon Flames for taking second point Anubis. Comes in, gets 1. Just the 1 so far from H-bomb. The question is now, can Spartans stall out this point long enough? So Ryan goes down. High Noon comes down, gets 1. Toxic and Moira go down. Rez comes out though. Coalescence is in a last ditch attempt. No more ults online. Wrecking Ball comes out just to stall. We'll see if it is enough. They are all getting back on point. This could be a hold here. Shatter comes down. Big shatter by Gherkin. Pin onto the Lucio. Dragons gets 1. H-bomb cleans up the Wrecking Ball. Just Corpse and Sniper on point now, as it's cleaned up, and this should be point SIF. Just staggering in now to get that extra time. Every second does count on 2 CP. We have seen most of these maps end 5-4, so by no means over. Riptide does come out and Narco does get 2. H-bomb is res though for the pharmacy. Nothing's really to deal with that pharmacy yet as Narco goes down. Another ult from the Farah there. Does go down but does get 1. Should just be clean up here, as second point is confirmed with 3 minutes and 30 seconds I believe, or approximately on the clock.
I'm just here doing nothing. Just carry me off commentating. Well,
you feel free to chime in, dude, but you started the thing talking about a different league, so I just kind of blanked you, you know?
Yeah, no, that's my bad. It's freaking Diamond. Oh yeah, Bump can't use his sniper account. Just confirmed by admins.
What, that sniper you're on about?
Mhm.
What's wrong with that? That's his highest account, right?
Well, yeah, but like his Bump account's actually his main, but like he doesn't like it because it's quote unquote an old account. But I honestly think that's Smurfs, because like Smurfs and old accounts, in my opinion, are just the same. I really don't care. So like,
We won't see any map penalties or anything come out, so there's nothing for the viewers to worry about.
so now they're gonna do
Anyway.
Junkrat comps again, and they're gonna do hit scan and comps.
I mean, we only know the side of the defense, and on defense we are seeing the double hit scan. That mercy boost onto the Ash is a huge combo that they can get going. Corpse on that Widow, looking for those picks with his own mercy boost, running the Junkrat. Again, Ryan Zarya from both sides.
Ash could have the angles here. The
Corpse does pick off the mercy.
Junkrat's just playing aggressive
Corpse.
by himself with nobody with him. Corpse is sticking on the high ground. Tommy
Huge pin
uses
onto
charge.
Gherkin.
Birkin picks
H-bomb
on
goes
H
down to the
bomb.
Lucio. Corpse
picks
gets
up
the-
Popple. This is 6v2. Now they could just rush up here. Their Junkrat's just the
That's
main
first
carry.
point.
They just have to carry. They just basically have to counter
Right.
him, and then
Are you-
probably reposition the Widow.
Just quickly, my dude, are you play calling or are you talking about compositions? Are you like off casting or are you? Because I don't mind.
I'm
but
doing. I think I'm doing team comps.
play calling. Okay. 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 That's fine. So we have Riptire online for Spartans as they move into this one. No ults on the side of Salmon Flames, but they will have H-bomb swapping over to his preferred hero, the Genji.
Junkrat uses
Riptide
ult.
comes in. We'll see how many it gets.
It hits Master. It's a 6v5. They could. Spartans has the advantage here.
2 more picks going in.
It's Bomb picks off
Making it a
Narco. Finally counters the
5v1 now.
Junkrat, but they still like lost the fight here because no one's there.
Just the Genji up top is picked off by
Lucio's
the Mercy. That's
contesting.
gotta
Lucio
hurt.
should have tried to stay grouped up with the team, but he didn't have that much time to.
Huge attack by Spartans going in. No goats so far either. Just checking chat if anyone has any questions.
Go ahead and invite me again to the party. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, what
Looks like we're
is on
losing Widow for a
Xbox?
second, but that's okay.
My Xbox is having a. is breaking.
Huge attack by Spartans. Great teamwork, identifying the double hit scan and just playing the Widow. Obviously, Widow does counter pretty much. I want to say all of the hit scans that I can think of that aren't flankers, obviously. Just because she outranges them, and ultimately, when you're playing hit scan, that's the advantage you get. If you're running something like a McCree, it's better close range, but is heavily countered by the Widow if there is a line of sight long enough. And with that Mercy damage boost on the high ground at the start of point 1, just allowed for the snowball after the pick on the Mercy. And honestly, great compositional picks by Spartans. They are at a huge SR average. Their SR average puts them at a huge disadvantage here, so a very impressive attack for Spartans on first point. As we see the McCrees on both sides and a Hanzo versus a Junkrat. So both opting for one hit scan, one projectile. Toxic has popped off on the Hanzo already today.
H-bomb picks off
H-bomb
Narco,
does
the
pick
free
off,
range comes in.
is rezzed. Toxic gets 2 though. Both supports
Toxic
down. Toxic
takes
gets
4.
3.
Okay.
4
Oh, he
down.
gets more.
Huge play by Toxic. H-bomb really getting hard carried. As we move on to second point. Sniper swapping off the Zarya onto the Wrecking Ball. An interesting decision here. Opting to stay with the Mercy on second point. An interesting decision as the res is a lot less value. And against their comp with the Moira, you'd be looking maybe for an Ana here, but
corner.
opting to stick. H-bomb just picked up
Narco gets picked up.
TTR again.
H-bomb.
Rezzed again.
I mean, H-bomb picks up
Dragon comes in,
Narco.
splitting team. Lucio
Taylor
spread apart
revives
from
him,
his team. We'll
picks
see if
off
they can pick
Lucio.
him off. Both
Two
Lucios go down.
get
It's a 5v5.
on. Ryan's playing
Toxic gets one.
here. H-bomb
Mercy
picks
goes
up
down.
Taylor, and Toxic types just picked him off. Hold on.
As we come in here. Losing waifu for a bit, but I don't think that's the end of the world. Corpse does get one. Let's see if they can stall this point out. Topple gets two with that damage ball. Fat damage ball there by Topple. Just kill stealing for days, dude. Winston goes down, but the Lucio is pressuring onto the Hanzo. We'll see if he can get the pick. Doesn't look like he'll be able to as he goes down. This should be cap for Salmon Flames, and crucially, it's a cap in under a minute. As Mercy touches. Corpse gets three with that high noon. That's huge. Will it be enough to turn this point? As Sniper comes in on the Wrecking Ball, this should be enough stall to turn this round. Incredible plays by the McCree. It's going to be close to see if Narco can clutch this out. Does go down, putting pressure on Jaybird. As Real Tommy comes in. Huge plays by Spartans. It's those clutch plays that they need to win out against this SIF team. Rez comes off just to pick up Narco. As Salmon Flames regroup, and they won't cap it before a minute. And now it will just be a rush to see if they can cap it before overtime. Remembering Spartans have a 6-minute time bank for their attack. H-bomb on the high ground. Opting to stay with the same comp, Salmon Flames. Understandable since it has worked. Corpse swapping off the McCree that was so clutch onto the Genji. High noon comes out from H-bomb. Does get Narco again. Narco's really been going down early to H-bomb in a lot of these fights. Mines comes out. Beat comes out. Coalescence out. Ult's being popped left, right and centre just to try and clutch out this fight as quick as possible. Shatter comes out. Gets no one. Counter Shatter. Wundsgrav comes out. As Salmon Flames get 5 pigs going their way. Riptide isn't going to be enough to turn this fight. We'll see if he can contest long enough to put it into overtime. He can't. 22 seconds on the clock. 4 Salmon Flames on the attack. Obviously, Spartans still have the advantage here with 6-minute time bank, and knowing that they can cap it in overtime and still be at evens with Salmon Flames. We're very happy with their performance so far. Been very impressive. Corpse especially has been popping off. It's been a case of every fight basically has been won by either Corpse or George, and interesting that we've seen it go this way so far. I believe this is an EU lobby, so it is interesting to see that, since most of the games are NA, and it's good to see Harry and George and Sniper and Corpse and obviously Narco as well on their preferred server. Interestingly, both teams opting just to run 2-2-2. We wouldn't expect goats from Salmon Flames. They don't really play goats, and their goats, if they do play it, isn't extremely strong since their 2 carry roles are on the DPS. But interesting that we haven't seen any goats coming out from the side of Spartans. You'd expect goats to be coming out to kind of nullify the DPS of Salmon Flames. H-bomb just looking for the scout to see what they're running. We'll see the pocketed Widow yet again. Narco does get Moira. That's a huge pick. Sombra forced the translocate as they push into point. Toxic gets one to make it even, though one support down for both sides. We'll see how slow Spartans side plays. Corpse gets H-bomb. Huge snipe by Corpse, popping off. A Sniper and Jaybird battle on the high ground. Sniper does claim it. D-makes Jaybird. Jaybird, poor mistake there, staying up top when he was that low health. Sniper does get D-maked in response though. Narco has the high ground. Should be getting a damage boost here. Does jump down, interestingly enough, but does pick off the Baby Diva. Corpse gets the Moira yet again, and it will be points to Spartans here. Really surprising everyone with how well they're playing here. Toxic does get 2, but won't be enough. We'll see if they can stagger the Lucio here. Doesn't look like they've spotted him, so he should be able to get out cleanly. Interestingly enough, we'll see if we can hop on with the Reinhardt here with his Shatter. See if he can pull off a clutch play. Why is it always the last person I check? Alright, here we go. Bomb goes in. No Shatter combo with it. Interesting that we see this. We're just kind of waiting. And the counter Shatter from Gherkin comes out. Ballsy play by Gherkin that wins them the fight. Huge clutch out there. Taylor going for the res, but it won't be enough, and that should just be teamfight SIF. And Spartan should just be looking to regroup here. As Corpse swaps from the Widow onto the Pharah, so they are now running Pharmacy with that Rhine Diva, which is an interesting choice. Typically, if you're running the Pharmacy, you don't want to be running Rhine Diva, since they are 2 tanks that require an awful lot of healing, and just the Lucio, and that means they have to play hyper passively, which is not something you want. You want them to be able to play aggressive to deny space to the 2 carry DPS on the side of SIF. But we'll see how it works out for them. As H-Bomb is on the Mei here, and Toxic on the McCree. For the defense. We'll see from this bird's eye view. Beat comes out to initiate. Shatter comes down. Huge Shatter gets 2. We'll see if they can clean up Topple. Does get the pin on Jaybird. Riptide comes out. Does get the Lucio. Blizzard comes out. Doesn't catch anyone, but does zone enough for SIF to get 3 picks. And that will be another hold for Salmon Flames. Spartans still looking good though. With Barrage and Bomb coming online in the next fight, and they are looking okay. About even in ults, but more importantly, they still have 4 minutes on the clock to cap this second point. As Sniper Remix. Mercy obviously has no res there because they did opt to res the Diva. Stomy's trying to push in. Gherkin's aggression does force him back. Great play by Gherkin there to command the space. Playing around Pillar. Corpse does pick off the Lucio. McCree ult does take out the ulting Pharah, but it's 2 for 2 here. It's a 4v6, a 3v3 on point. We'll see if Spartans... No, it doesn't look like Spartans will be able to clutch this out, and it does look like Salmon Flames will stall this out. Well, not stall this out, they will win this team fight again. Sniper off, opting to bomb there, just throwing away his ult. We should expect to swap off to the Zarya here. It wouldn't make too much sense if he didn't go Zarya here if he was to use that bomb. Yeah, there's the swap to the Zarya. Explains why he opted to bomb there. Interesting decision. I swap onto the Genji from Corpse. No compositional swaps from Salmon Flames. Obviously just looking for that Grav Blade combo, or Grav Riptire, just to guarantee that they do cap second point. As they do only have 2.5 minutes left after having 5 minutes originally. Half their time is gone here without a take. Shatter comes out from Gherkin, use Shatter. Bomb comes out, will get the frozen Reinhardt, and that will end the push. Maybe over-ulting there from Salmon Flames, but they do have 2 support ults still online. Spartans just kind of staggering on point. We'll see if Corpse can get out here with the Junkrat. It looks like he won't be able to, and Junkrat will also get staggered. As the McCree pushes out to get even more staggered kills. Oh, never mind, that's the Mei pushing out to get more staggered kills. My apologies. Who can we hop onto as an interesting ult here? Let's see if we can hop on with the Junkrat as he comes into this fight here. With his Riptire, Narco had some very clutch Riptires so far. Has been picked off early in a few fights, but has made up for it with his incredibly clutch Riptires. As they initiate onto point with Beat, Riptire comes through, looking to get the Moira. Will get the Lucio, but 2 picks go in the favour of Salmon Flames. Before the Riptire comes out, Rez comes out, does make it a 5v5 on point. Blade comes out, we'll see if he can clutch up. Does get Toxic in the Mega Room. H-Bomb freezing on point. But that won't be enough. And H-Bomb with no cryo. Will they focus him before he gets his stall abilities back up? It could be clutch in terms of capturing this point in timely fashion. It looks like H-Bomb will have his cryo back up before they can kill him. Or not. Must have been just 1 second off there. Just a Diva on point. High Noon Can they clutch it out? Grav comes up off point to see if they can clutch this up here. Less than a minute on the clock now. Domi pins, doesn't get anyone. Gherkin shatters, gets 2 tanks, and somehow Spartans look like they won't hold this. And Salmon Flames have come back from the depths here. 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And Spartans need to reset quickly. They will only get one more push. Didn't even get a tick in that team fight.
30 seconds remaining.
With Blizzard Bomb and Coalescence up online for Salmon Flames, it's hard to see how Spartans will cap this point. It's so disappointing for them since they have performed so well for the whole rest of the map. Shatter comes out. It's a fat Shatter. Will that be enough to kill both supports? Lucio goes down. Moira doesn't know, but the pressure comes up on top. 2 picks go down and Sage Bomb goes down. Bomb does get Sniper. As it is a 5v4 on point here. As the brawl goes off, they need to end the fight quickly. Thomi does ping Gherkin. It's a 3v3 now as Corpse goes down. They need to end the fight quickly. They don't have time to let Salmon Flames stall. But it does look like Salmon Flames will be able to stall. The spawn advantages come their way. And it does look like Salmon Flames will clutch up. Riptide won't be enough. And Spartans, with 5 minutes, don't get a tick on second point. Looks huge. Going into the round, Spartans really looking like they could come up with a map victory here. But just falls short. Toxic showing how a true pro Storm arrows. That was actually a pretty nice kill on the Zarya there, though, to be fair. Blood and Chaos, I agree, that was 5 minutes of pure rubbish there on the attack. Honestly, shouldn't have been running the Mercy, I don't think. But especially when you're running that Diva. I think it was stronger towards the end, but you have to focus down those stall targets quickly and win those fights early. Didn't really combo your Grav with anything through the whole thing, was probably the downfall there. If they'd just gone with any series of team wipe ultimates, whether it be EMP Nano Blade or Grav Dragons or Grav Blizzard or EMP anything, basically EMP Bomb, there was no real combo of ultimates there that allowed a quick team wipe. And on 2TP, if you don't wipe them quickly, they can just stall out the point and get those spawns coming back. But well played on the flip side by Salmon Flames. Coming back from the depths there to clutch out that victory on the first map. The score is just 1-0 to Salmon Flames currently. As we see some swaps come out. Master Matt coming in on side of SIF. I didn't see the sub. Narco being subbed out, it looks like. To bring in Damn Wolfie and Bracken. I believe MPS is new as well. We'll have a look at what heroes these guys play. Looks like a Reinhardt coming in from Wolfie's private profile. Tom Tank, we'll see. I imagine that's an off tank, or it's a DPS. And then Bracken, private profile. Should be interesting. Elios is the second map. Yeah, Blood and Chaos, a member of Spartans in the Twitch chat saying that they should have had a Moira the minute they stopped with the Pharah. Yeah, I probably would have said Anna, but yeah, like I think Mercy just doesn't get the value. Because you need to, in 2CP, unless your Mercy's absolutely insane, you just need a quick team wipe, like, gone, you know what I mean? Because Salmon Flames are never going to let you get a free res, but, yeah, interesting. Huge profiles, yes, I agree, Epic. Gotta love them private profiles. Rocking one myself. Epic in the chat asking if SIF lose this, It depends by how many maps they lose this, but basically both SIF and TBM are both 4-0 right now, and this is SIF's 5th game. But SIF have currently got 4 higher map differential than us, since TBM have dropped 2 maps. So, yes, that's what we're rocking with at the moment. So basically, if SIF lose this game, then TBM don't go first unless they lose 3-1, I believe. But if they lose 3-1, obviously TBM will then take the lead in the coming weeks, as they have played one less game and have that game in hand. SIF have not had their bye week yet, but SIF have definitely looked like the dominant team in the league so far from what we've seen. Starting off on well. Paused game coming in here just gives me a quick time to talk about what we've seen on Ilios so far. So far in the league, the most popular comps on Ilios have definitely been the Orisa Roadhog Pharmacy, which is what we're actually seeing from the side of Spartans. They're actually running the standard comp for this map, except instead of a McCree, they're running a Widow. Probably expecting the Pharmacy from the counter side. Does look like Toxic will be rocking the Hanzo. There's kind of 2 ways to play this map. I think Orisa Hog is definitely the strongest way to play this map. And then you can either play that with Heavy Shield Break to force the enemy team off point, running like a Hanzo and an Ash or something. Or you can run a Pharmacy and just opt to pressure them off that way, denying any shield progression. Either way, you don't want to be running Ryan on this point against the Orisa, since you will just get yoinked into the well. As we take the bird's eye view, Corpse getting that first pick, showing why Pharmacy is very strong on this point. Wolfie gets that pick on Toxic, and Spartans look like they will take first point pretty quickly here. We'll see if SIF opt to back up, regroup, and try and come back in to deny the initial cap, or if they are just going to take this fight 4v6. Looks like they're going to play slow, and it looks like Spartans are going to let them. I would like to see some aggression here from Spartans, just to kind of team wipe the 4, but I guess it's too late now. As Corpse moves in with that Pharah, we'll see if we can hop on board with the Pharah here. As Toxic does get 1 pick, takes the duel with the Pharah. Is low health. Opts to Justice, does get 1. That is a ballsy Pharah ultimate there. Barrage. Does look like Salmon Flames will cap this. Oh, that pull was almost huge there. We'll see how long they can stall this. Huge hook onto Gherkin, pulling him into the map, pulling him into the pit of death, as the commentators in XOL, in OWL like to call it. Spartans actually letting them get the cap here. I would have expected a much larger stall there. As Matt goes into the well, we'll see if he can climb out on the Lucio. Roaming round like an absolute champion, does get out of the well. Clutch place, huge pull, doesn't get anyone. Follow-up isn't there from Toxic either to get those picks. As we do see this kind of stalemate, pushing on here. Opting to swap off the Pharah to a Genji, which is an interesting strategy here. Now SIF definitely have the compositional advantage. I'm very surprised about the swap. There, because they really have no pressure anymore. And since SIF have point, this is a very weak comp. As SIF will just pressure them in room. Corp should just go down here. Yep, going down, and as they clean up, Rez just giving SIF free ult charge there by rezzing the Roadhog. We'll see if they capitalize on it. Looks like they won't, and Gherkin does go down. We'll see if this is enough. Can they pick the Lucio? No, it doesn't look like it. As shield goes down. This is what I mean, the heavy shield break from the side of Salmon Flames, just denying any pressure. The Bongo will deny the shield break though. We'll see if we get a blade come out here with the Bongo as Dragons comes out to get the Mercy. Dragon Blade does come out, pull comes out. Won't be enough. J-Bud does get 1. And just picked off the Corpse there without any picks. Point does flip though. We'll see how much percentage they get out of this. Huge pull there onto topple the mic. Fat pull by TXM. SIF are winning the team fight. J-Bud gets his ult cancelled by TXMPS. Huge plays there by the Spartans main tank. Seeing why Orisa really is so strong in this point. Spartans let the point flip again. Honestly, should be expecting more pressure than that. Now SIF just need to get one clean team wipe here, and they will take first map on Helios. Shield goes down on the side of Salmon Flames. Beat goes off. High Noon comes out. Huge pick corpse onto the McCree. Main tank goes down from the enemy team. 5v5. Huge blade by corpse. Gets 2, gets 3. Fat blade clutches up the team fight for his team. Corpse really a carry player for this Spartan side as Topple goes down. Really showing what he's made of there. Capping the point. We'll see if they opt to step forward and hold closer, or if they will probably just wait for the Orisa and hold at the back of point. Interesting here. Salmon Flames still only need the one team fight, but to be fair, I think actually if Spartans win the next team fight, that should be it, because this is a point that you can heavy stall. So basically next team fight wins, which I find very interesting. Oh, Corpse is picked off. You chugged that onto Gherkin, and the pull isn't there to punish the hook. Toxic Snipes does get the Lucio, that's huge pressure. Mercy is picked off as well. We'll see if Salmon Flames can be aggressive enough to force them off point here. Pull isn't quite enough there from the Orisa. Huge dash by Corpse as he's back on point again now. Oh, Salmon Flames with that Bongo Whole Hog combo online for them, just to win this fight whenever they want, basically. There's the Whole Hog. There's the Bongo to combo with it. Dragon comes in. Both dragons come in. There's two picks go on the side of Spartans. Maybe this fight isn't over yet. Close on point. 3 picks to 1. And Spartans look like they could be turning this fight around. Stall is huge. Huge pull onto the Lucio. Just to deny him from this fight for a short while. We'll see if they can pick off that Moira with no fade. Topple versus the Roadhog. Does go down. Wolfie with the pick. Just H-bomb now. Does finish it. And Spartans take map 1 on Helios. Round 1 goes that way. Questions in chat. No, it is not playoffs in this league. This is just week 5. There are 11 weeks in total, so we're about halfway through the season to playoffs. Yeah, Epic saying on the previous map, Anna is way strong to pick over Mercy. I think she has way too much utility with the sleep nade, and the anti-nade is just insane. The value you can get, especially when you're playing against a Moira on defense, like way too much value. Any more questions? No, that's it. I notice you, Hillian. I notice you. You're Pog, dude. Alright. As we see, Rhine shield break coming out from the side of SIF, and Rhine's opting for the Mercy again. Interesting choice for King of the Hill. Topple popping off on that Moira, as Salmon Flames just force them back. They do have the compositional advantage here. You don't really want to be running a Mercy into a comp that is very brawly. You sometimes can get value if they are very passive and not very good at running that composition in terms of aggression, but typically that's why you don't see Mercy in Goats. And if you do see Mercy in Goats, it's because the Mercy is insane and is just getting value reses despite playing against Goats. So I'm not sure if Mercy has got the carry potential in the Spartan side, but Topple does get one with his ult. Dragon comes in, does clean up that fight, gets the 2 supports. That should be it for Spartans. They should be looking for a reset. Huge place by Toxic. Toxic's Hanzo's been looking very strong so far today. As Wolfie goes down. Whew. Let's hop on to the corpse here, as he will have a blade this fight. He's just like going to get healed up. We'll see what he can do with his blade. He has been very pog so far. As Toxic gets one, but Wolfie gets H-bomb in response. So it's 5v5. I would definitely take this chance to take the fight to the enemy team. We'll see if Corpse opts to do the same thing. They need to win this fight here. This will be their last chance. Opting for Grav Dragon, saving the blade. Smart choice there, as they just clean up what was in the Graviton. Will be fight to... That's actually a big trade there. We do have Grav Dragons on the side of Jaybird. We'll see if Jaybird can pull off a big grab for the Dragons to go into here. This would end this round and just give map 2 Salmon Flames to make it 1-1. There's the grab. Does get a few in it. Does get 3 in it. Dragon comes through. Does clean up. That should be team fight. We'll see if the blade can do anything from the enemy side. Corpse is really the last chance. He needs to get like a 4k here if he wants to have anything happen. Just get shut down immediately, and that will be map or round 2 Salmon Flames. Not enough to contest. Much more dominant performance there by Salmon Flames on map 2. Hello, Madstone. 20 viewers, thank you very much, guys.
Ready for battle.
I don't know where Widow Waifu is, but I think it's okay. I think we were both like playcasters, so it's probably better if we don't cast together anyway, I guess. But still kind of odd that he just disappeared halfway through.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3.
On this map, running the Roadhog from Tomi obviously popped off on well with that Roadhog. Corpse on that Genji again, and Wolfie on the McCree versus a Mei. Interesting strat. Mei Sim. Really cheesy strat here from Salmon Flames. Clearly very worried about this Spartans team, as they should be. The Spartans have really been putting up a very good showing. Sim turrets on the inside of the wall. Obviously Spartans didn't know they'd be running the Sim Mei, so didn't rush straight to point. 2 pigs on the side of Salmon Flames, and that will probably just be point. We'll see how Spartans react to this, because the right compositional swaps just make this a free win. Ultimately, yeah, the Zarya swap comes out straight away with the Pharah swap. They're the swaps you need to see. Should see a Mercy as well, but that basically just completely denies this team comp, especially with the McCree as well. Should be able to get charged very easily. Interesting that he uses personal there. Bit of a waste there from Tomi. But moving in anyway. As ults start to come online for both sides. Let's see if we can... Oh, Shatter comes out. Does get 1. Does get 3. The main tank really popping off here. His Gherkin does take him off the map. But, you know, that's another one down and that works for them. That's less stall. Just Jaybird on point. Huge plays by the main tank there. TX MPS. Huge plays. I'm so sorry I didn't catch that on camera. Trying to get online with the ults. Corpse swapping to the Mei. Interesting choice swapping off that Pharah. But, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. 6 ults on the side of Salmon Flames. We'll see if they all just hit the Y button at the same time. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. As they just take points straight away. Ults being spammed left, right and centre. But Pig's starting to go in the way of Spartans. Salmon Flames need to win this fight after investing 4 ults into it. And it looks like they won't. They did get some percentage points, but really not worth it for 4 ults. And now they're just left with 2 tank ults Obviously, Spartans had to invest all of their ults into it, but with a 6 ult advantage there, Salmon Flames should be very disappointed with that. But they do have 50% advantage in terms of control percentage as they swap onto the Hanzo, knowing that they only need 2 team fights. 1 Grav Dragons is a team fight for their team if they can pull it off. They just need 1 other besides the Grav Dragons, and they will take this map. As Gherkins pushes in, he does have Shatter. As Grav comes out, and that will be fight. Will it? Maybe it won't be. As Gherkin gets pinned off the map. Interesting choice. That will be fight Salmon Flames as cleanup kills come on by H-Bomb and Topple. Looking to stall out as long as possible though. As they should be. We'll see how long this Lucio can survive. Just dancing around. Does get picked off eventually, but it's okay. Even percentages, but now Salmon Flames has point with a Blizzard and Beat and Shatter online. But on the side of Spartans, they do have the Grav. We'll see if they can pull off a Grav Blizzard. Moving in. This will be... they have to win this fight if they want to stay in the map. As Blizzard comes out from the side of Salmon Flames, it looks like they will pick off the Rhine with that. 2 picks go down. They need to get that Grav Blizzard combo off if they are going to win this. It doesn't look like they'll be able to. Grav Blizzard should come out here. Huge. It will be enough to start getting picks. Oh, or not. As Stomy gets 1, but that's not enough. 2, 3. Maybe it will be. Incredibly clutch here by Spartans as they push on to point. They just need to finish off J-Bird and then H-Bomb. And that is a 99% score, but they'll take it. They have Shatter and Moira online versus just a Grav from the side of Salmon Flames. Incredible match here. Yes, Epic, we played Spartans week 1, my dude. TBM won 3-1 Spartans. It was the game where you lagged out and we had the 5v6 for a little while. But moving in here to this final team fight. Winner takes the map. Shatter comes in, is blocked. Huge place by Gherkin as they go into point. Toxic does get 1. As the Anthem Rhine is frozen. We'll see if Spartans can turn this fight around. Pin comes out. Huge pin onto H-Bomb. That's a massive pick. But Dragon comes in and gets 2. Unbelievable. As Salmon Flames do clutch out yet another map. 2-0 here. 2 Salmon Flames. Tries to stall. Spartans really putting up a fight though. Incredibly close on every single map. Been playing very well. Really, honestly, it should be 1-1 here. Doesn't deserve to be 2-0 at all. Salmon Flames, honestly, they're good at getting those early picks, but the target calling must be a problem in this team because they are not focusing the same targets, and it allows Spartans to come back in these team fights where they're 1-2 picks down and just clutch up these fights and take point. But 2-0 so far to Salmon Flames. As we hop to map 3. So where's Widow casting, lol? I have no idea where Widow is. He just pieced Sniper. Confused. But it's fine, I guess. Other questions? Sim for the win? Yeah, Sim for the win. Muji. SIF currently putting Spartans in flames. That's some shit talk coming out from Muji in the Twitch chat. Who else we got in here? Deadmouse asking who the Hanzo is. Hanzo for Salmon Flames is, I believe, George was playing it, which is Toxic Snipes, a high Masters player, EU Masters player. believe, this season. Yep, currently peaked at 39.37. Has peaked in GM in previous seasons. If we look back through, has been consistently GM. Who I'm interested in to look at is Corpse here, because Corpse has been insane for his team so far. Also a formerly GM player. Interesting. Strong guy. Good player. And then Sniper, I know, is bordering on the Masters. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if we did see a map 5 here coming out. Despite SIF being 2-0 up, Spartans have really held their own. And honestly, their DPS haven't been being outplayed. You know, usually you go into these maps and SIF just usually have the dominant DPS line, and you have to resort to playing Goats or something like a Sim Bastion to try and play around the DPS. But Corpse really holding his own. Sorry for yawning. Had about 2 hours sleep, but you know, sleep is for the weak and all. We're gonna hype up this game in the Ujima Fiddle. What's it called? Can't remember. Either way, moving on to Watchpoint Gibraltar. Now, is it time we see a tank combo that isn't Ryan Zarya? We did see a little bit of Orisa Hog on well, but that's it. Can we please see some Winston? It's Watchpoint Gibraltar. It's the most divey map in the game. This and Numbani, you have to run a Winston. Will they do it? We'll find out here. I'd love to see some play that isn't just Ryan v Ryan. As we move in here. Wolfie leaving the game, but he's not in it. He's not playing this map. Interesting. Looks like double sniper, if that's what they keep.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Meanwhile, opting to run Ryan Zarya. Why Ryan? It's Watchpoint Gibraltar. God. Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to be more. You're right, Epic. I need to be more like the freaking OWL. We'll be right back after this short break. And we're back. And we'll be right back after this short break. Okay. Also, Ryan on Gibraltar. That's a good meme from both sides. Okay. As we see, Corpse on the high ground with the Bastion. As we see the teams pushing it in, and domain Toxic does get Tom Tang. That's huge. Corpse opting not to stay on the high ground despite seeing that they're not running a Winston. Incredible. And just allowing the two enemy snipers to take the high ground with the D.Va. Interesting decision there by Spartans to just surrender the biggest advantage in the game. But you know, who am I to judge? Honestly, I'm just salty because I don't see a Winston, basically, but it's fine. As they move in on the Zen. Huge pick there by Toxic. As we move in. Choose second point. Easy enough roll. We do see the Genji swap. As they did get bad spawn. Just clean up those stagger kills. Ash trying to run away. We'll see if Sniper can escape. D.Va is in hot pursuit, and he's just going to stagger himself even more. And honestly, now they're only going to get one fight on defense. Oh, look, it's a Winston. It's a... Look at it. Okay, now if they play this properly, they should just win for free. Domi does hop down. Please say he still has jump. He does. He knows how to play Winston. He fucked up his jump, though. Okay, it's fine. Huge players they push forward onto car. Fat anti there onto the tanks. We'll see if they use this to be aggressive onto the D.Va. D.Va should go demeched here. Gherkin should also go down. Obs to jump into the backline with that nano. Will also help him charge his primal as they clean up here. As they've started running dive on the dive map, incredible 900 IQ plays from the side of Spartans. Now with a massive compositional advantage, forcing SIF to swap. H-Bomb does pick off Corpse though, and that might be enough to push in even with the Reinhardt. And it does look like they'll be sticking on Reinhardt, but they do have 5 ults. Huge anti-nade again, but BK Rules goes down. Interesting that they're playing the Zarya with the Winston. Not unheard of. As Toxic Snipe goes down to Sniper. Corpse goes down, gets the... Or Corpse gets the Mercy, forces her to go down. Bomb, they will C9 if they don't move quickly. Don't C9, but the Shatter is enough to turn them off. It's a shame they didn't swap to the Winston earlier. That would have been a free second point, but... unfortunate. Simon Flames comboed a bunch of ults, and now we're on to the only point in Watchpoint Gibraltar where it's better to be running the Rhine. Winston is still viable on this point, just less so than he used to be. Big dive onto H-Bomb. We'll see if he can pull off this frag, and does. They should just push forward and deny any movement on the payload here. We'll see if they are aggressive enough to do that. They do have 5 ults, so they shouldn't be scared. Shouldn't be on the back line. Grav comes out. And they clean up Grav. The stagger kills come out. Let's hop on. And Spartans with a huge ult advantage now. And it's all because they played the dive on the second point, meaning that if they wanted to stay Reinhardt SIF, they had to use all their ults to push through. And now they have a huge ult advantage. And we'll see if they can abuse it here. Sniper with a huge pick. As we hop on with Corpse, we might see a blade here. We'll see. Gherkin's weak. Fighting on the high ground. I love that where they're playing Winston still. That's actually insane. Does go down, but it is a 4v4. As we see Corpse push up. Nano goes in. We do see a Nano Blade. Does get 2 with Nano Blade, which is enough to win the fight. Well played there by Corpse. As we back off and move out. Did use 3 ults there, did use the Bob and the Nano Blade, but now they have both tank ults and a Zen ult, so they should just be able to out-sustain forever here. Still opting to run the Rhine. Interesting choice against full dive, especially with the D.Va, but you know, stick comes out, but it does force out trans, which is fine for H-Bomb, probably all he was looking to do. 2 picks go their way. Bomb comes out, doesn't get anyone. Interestingly, use Bomb aggressively. Not really how you're supposed to use Bomb when you're running a dive comp. Use it more for sustain, since there is limited heals. Now just with a Winston ult, and suddenly Seven Flames have the ult advantage going into this next fight. We'll see if we can hop on with Gherkin, see if he can have Fat Shatter here. As soon as this bubble breaks, we should see Shatter come out. Bang! There it is. Only gets 1 somehow, but self-destruct does kind of clean that up. Does get 2. Domi popping off with his Primal Rage. I'd love to have seen this control. That's unlucky. He's in the backline now. Pressuring. Does go down. A much better 3rd point hold, considering how much time Salmon Flames had going into 3rd point. This has been a lot stronger. Nano Blade is online for the defense. We'll see if we can hop on with the Genji real quick. Huge by corpse. Those 2 picks will win the fight for his team and allow his team to hold, assuming they do not C9 here. With just 1 meter. Huge pick. And this may be enough to prevent them capturing Gibraltar. H-Bomb really just staggering himself. Yeah, Obsess fire into the effect to end himself early to limit the stagger. That's definitely what he was doing. Definitely not misplaying. As the Winston comes out again, they do have Trans and Bob versus Pioneer and Shatter. Let's hop back online with Gherkin. As soon as this bubble breaks, we should see another Shatter, but he is antied. He needs to hit that Fire Strike if he wants to hit the Shatter. Has forced out Transcendence. Big Shatter, but he will go down. It's not enough. Tom Tank huge pick. D-Mex come out from both sides, but Baby Diva's OP, so it's fine. Gherkin does get rezzed up. But 3 picks go in the favour of Spartans, and this will be a hold. The Nanoed Winston just holding them at choke, trying to deny the touch, and it will. Very poor defense on points 1 and 2, but an incredibly strong defense on point 3.
0 to 2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
In the chat, let's have a look at some of your things. Don't forget the 2-minute halftime analysis, of course, man. You gotta watch those Chipotle and Honda ads. Pog. I want to be Tracer. I'm already Winston. I want to be Hanzo. You guys need to stop watching TikTok. It's bad for your brain.
Ready for battle.
As you move in here. We are seeing dive. Oh my god, we're seeing dive. Let's go. Oh, dude, I really want him to win. Come on, Tommy. Show me that Winston. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So moving on here. This is a very winnable map yet again for Spartans. Opting for double shield, double projectile on the defense. Interesting. Definitely interesting. Very metacomp coming out. Interesting jump there by Tommy. We don't talk about it. I never saw anything. As they're going for the wall strat. I see. Interesting idea. We want to hop on with the Mei for this. Basically, the idea is you stay in this room with the Mega, and you deny them ever killing anyone, so you can contest forever. Is the idea. As Gherkin does get the Ana shouldn't really in a position where she could ever be picked there. Opting to Primal Rage should be enough to clean up that Mei defense. Sniper getting 2, popping off. Should be enough to clean up, and there it is. Just to support, see if they can get a stagger here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to. They are actually running off point. They should have just died on point here, opted not to. Just give them a bit of extra distance. We'll see if they can put this in before they can recontest. It's going to be close. Mech is back up. Tanks are back here, and it does. Big Boob needs to come out. Ah, not enough. C9? C9. Blade comes out. Waste of a blade, but he didn't know it when he hit the Y button, so I guess it's okay for cleanup. It's good that they didn't nano him. As we move on here. Yeah, interesting idea from SIF. Not really paying off, but But yeah, interesting idea. H-bomb hopping onto that Genji. Winston jumping into the back line. But I fear it's already too late for this attack, as Winston should just go down here. Just farming some primal, I don't mind it. They have 2 tank ults online and 2 support ults. This should be a free fight. I mean, obviously with H-bomb's blade you never know. But it should be a free fight for Spartans. See what he can do with blade. See him poised in this window here. Wonder if he'll try and bait out beat first. Big pick there onto Sniper. 1 for 1 as he comes in. Does ult to clean up the fat shatter. Does go down, maybe not 1 straight away. They should have 2 tank ults. No. Unlucky there by the side of Spartans. As we hop online with another Genji blade from the side of Corpse. Again, that's incredible that they used that many ults and did not pull off the dub. Does take a trade there. Pushing onto point. As they push forward with the Winston onto point. 5v5. We'll see if it is enough. Beat comes out to deny the push. Gherkin charges in. We'll see if they can punish that. Doesn't look like they'll be able to, as BK rules is demeched. Gherkin does go down though. As Toxic is back, we'll see if we can hop on with this primal. Big primal kill onto the Lucio. Zoning out H-bomb's ult. Great use of the primal here. Nice pick by Thomi. As they do take point 2. Incredible play. Incredible play. Okay. Sniper just get the picks, and they will just get these staggered picks. No one pushing cart at the moment. We'll see if someone goes back to do that. There we go. H-bomb opting onto that Reaper. Big bubble block by Thomi. 900 IQ. Fire Strike still gets 1 though, and it won't save the fight. It looks like, since D-Matrix was used, and that High Noon should clean up the team fight. 2 minutes 30 seconds here to push it. 52 meters. We'll see if Spartans can do it. They certainly don't deserve to be 3-0 down after this performance, to be honest. So I really do hope they do it, quite frankly. As Winston pushes forward. As they push forward into the thing, Thomi should be able to charge a primal really quickly as they're all grouped up. Blade goes out. Bomb goes out. Does get 1. Huge ults. Everyone's hitting the Y button. It should be enough to clean up this fight though. Toxic should go down. Does. They just need to finish off Topple. We'll push him in. They need to keep 3 on card. See if they do this. They do have 3 on card. We'll see if they can body block on the spawn. They do touch. Will it be enough stall? See if Lucio can come up with a 900 IQ boop to just force the C9. Huge high noon eat by the D.Va there. See if they can finish off. Huge, the primal should be able to boop him off point. Doesn't. Should be able to finish off Topple. Just the ball. And there it is. And it's map Spartans! SIF have lost a map for the first time in XOL this season. 2-1 to SIF overall, but a huge map win by Spartans, really stamping their claim on the league. Proving, you know what, we shouldn't have been 8th out of 11 teams in the power rankings. We are one of the strongest teams in this league, and Ocean's power rankings were BS. Incredible plays. Incredible, incredible plays. Corpse really popped off on that Genji. Like I said it 2-0. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw a map 5. And you all in the Twitch chat laughed at me, but Spartans playing well. Coming up with some major big bollock plays. We'll see if this is enough. Honestly, if you're part of Spartans, well done. Like, congratulations. You've taken a map off the league leaders. That's a huge accomplishment based on how strong they've been. And honestly, the fact that you're playing map 4 and it's not just a meme is going to be incredible for you. So, congratulations. But it's not over till the Fat Lady sings, and you could still pull off the entire win despite being 2-1 down. But incredible. Yeah, Corpse has definitely been the carry for Spartans for sure. Of course, the MVP does always go to the winning team. So, you know, have to keep that in consideration. Gherkin has had a very good performance. Was outclassed a little bit there, mostly because he couldn't flex that Winston. I'm not sure if that was his decision or the team's. But not playing a Winston on Gibraltar is asking for trouble. It is a dive map. And Spartans played dive very well. Well, let's actually have a look. See if Gherkin does play Winston. Because okay, private profile. Big private profile. Alright, cool. Back up to 18. 2-1. Incredible scenes. And honestly, they've been unlucky. This could so easily be 3-0 to Spartans right now. Like, let's not pretend like the two maps that Salmon Flames won, they were dominant. Because they weren't. They've probably been the better team of the two, right? Like, still. But, who the hell is that? Oh, okay. Interesting. Beyond's looking for some attention in chat. Sorry, you guys can't see that, but I just got a message from Beyond saying I was a noob, so that's cool. PogChamp dude, just looking for that shout out in the Twitch chat, I would assume. A little bit of lag on my end, my bad. Should be okay again. If you can hear me, just type in the chat. I do have like DDoS, anti-DDoS things set up, so it shouldn't be a problem. Although I don't think he would have DDoSed his own caster, right? It's a bit weird. It's fine. Unlikely. Probably just me being paranoid because I don't trust people, but it's fine. Up to 16 viewers. Awesome, thank you guys. Bracken, Freddy, Demon, awesome. Freddy, it is currently 2-1 to SIF. Spartans did take the last map though, and honestly, have looked pretty competitive. And, you know, honestly, Blizzard World, Again, dive is very strong on second point, and if SIF don't abuse that again, and they play Gherkin on that Reinhardt, it could be punished. Okay, my stream's lagging on my end. We do have a pause here, but yeah, moving on. Okay, looks okay. If you guys are having any quality issues, just let me know. I'm trying to see if my internet is... Yeah, my internet's fine. Okay, I guess it's on the side of... Spartans will have won with full team. Spartans still might win. Ain't over yet. Pause has come out, so we'll see what that is for. We'll see who the game leader is. We'll just ask Narco quickly what's happening. See if we can get some information. So, Blizzard World. What's meta? Goats on first and third point, dive on second. Thing is, SIF don't play goats and they don't play dive. They play Ryan Zarya and Orisa Hog sometimes, and that's it. That's all they play. They're the only two competitions, and they only ever play with 2 DPS and 2 supports. They only ever play 2-2-2, and they basically only ever play Ryan Zarya or Ryan Diva. So we'll see what they pull off here. Bastion strat coming out. Paused again. As you see here. A Bastion from both sides. Probably not final picks. The Spartans have really impressed me with their flexibility. No goats so far though, which is interesting. Hashtag Taylor for main heals, Demon Dog says. I played with Taylor on a Smurf account yesterday. Interesting dude. Interesting dude, for sure. Not with Taylor, lol. Oh, guys, you guys don't rate Taylor. I don't know. His heals were okay, but then randomly halfway through the game, he demanded being swapped to tank. Bit of a weird one. Bit of a weird one. Said he wasn't feeling it or something. I don't know. But he's an alright player, I think. Yeah, diamond, low diamond, seems cool. Congratulations to you for peaking just into a tier. That's actually really clutch. Are you usually diamond, or is that your career? Oh, that's your career. Congratulations. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. Okay, it's fine. But still, congratulations anyway, man. It's pretty cool. If you watched the live back, that is. Otherwise, I'm just kind of talking to no one. Spartans was doing well, but now they have Taylor, so it's an L. I think that's a little harsh, Muji. I think Taylor's can pull off some clutch plays. They have Taylor on the Zen currently. Running into... It's triple tank! They're running almost goats. They're just the Brig One tricks playing Hanzo instead. That's incredible. Okay. This is as close to SIF as SIF have got to goats ever. So this is interesting. Really shows how worried they are about this Spartans team. We'll see if we see goats in response. But Beyond does get the pick. And honestly, they aren't practiced on this triple tank thing. So we'll see if they are able to pull off some clutch plays. Huge hook. Huge bubble though. Big plays by H-Bomb there to bubble and save the Lucio. Maybe allows a group up here. We'll see. Bastion goes in, sparring through. Looks like they will be rotating all the way around as we come up here. Interesting choice. Kind of just waste their own time. But Nano comes out on the Bastion. You don't want to be peeking that Bastion now. They should just be playing slow. Bastion on his own though, with no support, just left to die. Corpse, that was an interesting decision to get out of turret fall. Kind of throwing that point for his team. Been so strong so far this game. And goes down. Now, if, oh, what the hell just happened? Okay. If they take the high ground here, Spartans, SIF are really going to struggle with this comp. to get any kind of contention on a Bastion on this bridge here. Looks like they don't want the high ground. Interesting decision. By interesting, I mean wrong, but also interesting decision. As SIF opt to take the high ground because they gave it to him. Just one on payload, just topple, just making sure they have that constant payload progression. Bastion is taking high ground, genius. Should be able to protect him. Is booped down, will just die because of that. Narco comes out with a Riptide, but it won't be enough, I don't think, to clutch this out. Actually, just a Reinhardt. SIF playing this triple. Bongo comes out. Interesting. Maybe just to secure the kills, try and get these stagger kills. Interesting decision there by the Orisa. Looks like they had won the fight. As they play here. We'll see no compositional swaps from SIF. Interesting, boys. Interesting. Paul comes out. Lucio's 1 health and anti. See if they can finish that. Both supports were so low with that fat anti. Transcendence comes out to save him from the dragon. Nano Junk doesn't get shattered and does finish off the Reinhardt. And then the Junk does get 2 with his Riptire. This is winnable. Just the Hanzo here. We'll see if the Hanzo can... Nah, he's gone down. Huge plays on the defense. 2 minutes 30 still on the clock though. That's a big time chunk. Opting for the Winston. Look, they've gone dive, but they have a Bastion. Interesting, boys. Interesting. Bastion Junkrat dive. Let's go. Versus this triple tank. Yeah, 4K there. Fat bomb by Jaybird. Incredible bomb actually there. Clutching up for his team. Insane place. Owl level place. Bomb comes out. Doesn't get anyone. Bit of a waste of an ult from beyond. I would expect a swap off D.Va to Ryan's area, I would assume, for 3rd point. As the Lucio swap comes in. It looks like they will be going Winston Goats. Oh, just Ryan Winston Goats? Not Ryan Winston Goats, just Winston Goats. Okay. Winston Goats from the defense. Looks strong, playing a triple tank. But basically playing Hanzo instead of the Brig in Goats. The Winston Goats does of course have the advantage in this matchup. So clever compositional choices. Interesting now that it's coming to the clutch side of the thing, we're finally seeing Goats from both sides. Good pressure to the spawn. We'll see if they can get that stagger on topple. Doesn't look like they'll be able to. Monkey being able to jump back to his team. That is one of the huge benefits of the Winston Goats. The ability to retreat extremely quickly. Shatter gets no one. Primal comes out. Forces the team back. Zoning them. Allowing them to get in on the enemy team. Huge eat by Beyond. Onto H-Bomb's grab. H-Bomb. Firing that grab right into the defense matrix. Bit of an oof from him. But does pick off Corpse because he is incredibly high charged. So, you know, it's kind of like a win-loss kind of situation. As the Winston jumps into the backline, does get picked off, and it looks like that will be fight. They want to die on point here, but Ops looks like they're just going to give them 3 staggers. Interesting decision by Narco. Does get out alive, actually. Yeah, Ops to give them 3 staggers. So they're playing against Goats. Spartans just hard feeding here, because this means just pure guaranteed death. Yeah, Spartans, terrible mistakes. Just should have just died on cart and regrouped. Opted just to slowly feed into them one by one. Trying to take a 1v6 versus Goats is never a good idea. and 5 individual people tried to do it. So that's a bit of an oof on the side of Spartans, really giving up 3rd point. It looks so strong for the side of Spartans until they tried to take those 1v6s versus goats, and that's just never going to work. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Initiating match.
Fat bomb, yes it was. Salmon Flames. More like Jester, yeah, he's a very good Winston. 122 finishing Blizzard World. Didn't even hold it under a minute. Means that they can't even finish in overtime without only playing for a draw. And of course, if this map is a draw, it's all over. And Salmon Flames win 2-1. So, if Salmon Flames can just hold them to overtime for capping that entire map, they win. So, bit of an oof there. Kind of hard through that, Sniper, I'll be honest. Not you, but like your team. Sorry, buddy. Like, you shouldn't have, like, oh. Whoever's shot calling is, like, that's a fat L for whoever your shot caller is, my dude. I'm not sure who it is out of the 6, but that's a fat L. Playing so well and so consistently, and then just that mistake comes through. But it's not over till it's over. We are running Moira Goats into McCree Goats. Interesting. So we've got Classic Goats versus the McCree variation. The Classic Goats definitely has the advantage here, as they opt to take the high ground. I would like to see Taylor swap to the Zen for them to maximize their counter potential, but it's unlikely as they do rotate around. Topple opting to frontline. Interesting choice. As they get on Jaybird, Bubble was used on the Diva for the side of Spartans. Whoever is the Zarya there, Corpse made a huge mistake, opting to bubble the Zarya, letting his Rhine die to do so. Losing them the fight as Beyond goes down and Corpse goes down. Yeah, Corpse again been so strong through this whole game. Just kind of threw that team fight there, it's unfortunate. As we move in here, regrouping. Again, Class Day shouldn't be disheartened by that. Classic Ghost still has the advantage. That was just one mistake there. Bird ring style. Bubbles. Huge shatter by Gherkin with that flank. High Noon comes out just for the free reload as Toxic cleans up the remainder of the kills. Huge flank shatter there by Gherkin. Sorry I didn't catch it on the camera. I was reading Twitch chat. Topple seems to front line no matter who he plays. He does that, doesn't he? I wonder if Topple would be a good Reinhardt player. Who knows? As we see, again, not to be disheartened here. They're playing fine. Just 2 mistakes, 1 not checking corners and 1 wrong bubble. That's all it is. It's goats v goats, so it's those little micro errors that win and lose these fights. So we'll see how it goes as the Brig ult comes in. Bubble goes onto Gherkin, which means Gherkin is very vulnerable. We'll see if they can punish him. But Bomb gets 2 in the grab. Huge combo by Salmon Flames. Clearly more rehearsed on goats than they'd like to let on. As Beyond goes down. Again, Spartans just need to remain calm here. If they cap first point, they're in the money. H-Bomb in a position where he can be staggered. We'll see if BK Rules can do it. He opts just to fire strike him from point blank range instead of using his hammer to knock him back into his team. Interesting decision there from BK. But big grab comes out. We'll see if BK... Huge shatter from BK gets 6. Fat shatter. Bomb comes off. Does get 1. High Noon comes out. Doesn't get anyone as they clean up this fight. This should be fight. Huge anti just to finish this off. And Riptire just for saving grace. Opting to swap the Brig. Opting to go double main support Junkrat. They will probably regret that coming in here. While it did work this fight, the Junkrat isn't why that worked. That was clearly just the ultimates that pushed them through there. But both sides, no ultimates here. Moving in. H-Bomb and Corpse having a little Zarya 1v1 tickle fight. Sniper, you're quite irritated in the chat. If you want to give some insight into that, I'd happily fix this. Spartans are on a one-way, have got a one-way ticket to destination. Yep, I would agree with that. Huge 901 PK as they push forward. Swinging hammer, Huge gets one. Fat pushes forward. They need to be aggressive here. Obs to pin. I didn't mean that aggressive. That's just feeding. Yeah, goes down to H-bomb. Grav comes out and H-bomb now gets two because Reinhard fed, but they are still moving cart. Grav comes out for some reason. Interesting choice. There's clearly no follow-up there. What is happening? You ever get the feeling you watch two DPS teams just headbutt each other with goats, like for no apparent reason? I feel like you should just run DPS if this is how you play goats, you know what I mean? Like from both sides, like what's happening, you know? Opting to go 2 DPS finally. A good decision by the side of Spartans. They clearly are not a goats team. As Toxic goes onto the Tracer. Narco does get one with his Riptide, does go down. 2 go down now. The Spartans need to either back up or get a pick quickly. As they get picked and have to move back. That is fight Salmon Flames with just 1:36 on the clock. Remember, if Spartans finish in overtime, they still just lose the series. So it's unfortunate here. As they move forward, BK rules with a big 5 strike through the enemy team. 5 ults on this side. Loads of ults here. Get ready for everyone to mash Y at the same time. You know that's what's going to happen. It's Ryan Zarya versus Ryan Diva. Right, it's Ryan Zarya versus Ryan Zarya Diva. So just everyone hits Y. Look, there's 1 Y, there's 2 Y, there's 3 Y, there's 4 Y, there's 5 Ys, there's 6 Ys. Everyone just hit the Y button. Just spam it. Hit your forehead right into your controller. There you go. All the abilities. There you go. Burn those ults like they don't even matter. Let's go, dude. Salmon Flames with another hold. I wasn't going to try and cast that because I'm not going to be able to read that many ults off in that short a time. Some ult conservation from both sides wouldn't go amiss. Especially Spartans, man. Like, the overall thing from Spartans has been interesting. They're such a good team, Spartans, and it's so unfortunate they've been caught out on this map. It's not over till the Fat Lady sings, but it isn't looking pretty. They need to win the next 4 team fights in a row just to stay in the series. Huge pick. As Mine goes down, 2 picks in the way of Salmon Flames as they move in. Pulse Bomb goes out, does get the Reinhardt, and that should just be it. Corpse goes down. It's just clean up from here on out. And Salmon Flames will take this 3-1. Salmon Flames take the dub. Who do we give MVP to? Yeah, I mean, Sniper, you could see it. You could see the ults happening before. I literally called it out. I'm like, get ready for everyone to mash Y at the same time in panic, because that's absolutely what every team in this league does. Like, I don't know. There's a reason you don't see goats every map in this league, and it's because we're terrible at it. But hey, that's what you do. Taylor coming in with actually a big performance there. Unfortunate that they lost the map, but really played well. Who do we give MVP to? Corpse played well, but played poorly on Blizzard World, and he was on the losing teams. Can't give it to Corpse. Probably Toxic for his Hanzo play. Yeah, we'll pull him in here. 3-1. Huge. We'll get his thoughts here for the interview. And then we'll end it off. Solid 100-minute stream. Hello. You are the MVP.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously.
You should tell H-Bomb to stop having his grabs being eaten by a Plat Diva. Like, that's embarrassing. But it's,
I like that behavior, I like it.
close game. I mean, last map not so much, but good game to watch.
Was
I
it?
mean, it was, wasn't it? Like, don't say you weren't surprised by how well they played. Like, in general.
Oh, really? They were like second before they came through this, weren't they? They were unbeaten anyway.
Yeah, they were. No, they weren't unbeaten.
Oh, okay.
They were 3-1.
Still, it's decent.
They haven't played any top 6 teams besides TBN like so far this season.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the first map you lost this
What
season.
score did you beat him? Yeah, it's on the map we
3-1.
lost. Okay. I'm ready with it then.
Admittedly, we did have a guy lag out and it was a 5v6.
Oh,
so we
Harry was
lost
lagging all
3-1,
the game, so I
but
can use that as an excuse. That's right.
I got you. To be
That's
fair,
why
Harry
I
had
got
a good
MVP.
game as well. Like, he was picking the Junkrat consistently on Volskaya. I was just kind of memeing with the Zarya pick. Interesting that you went triple tank.
It's
Yeah,
not
goats,
not
but
goats.
about as close to it. It's goats.
Goats is with
It's-
triple
It
heals.
is
Goats is with triple
absolutely
heals.
goats.
No, when you play Gots, the variation of Gots is with 3 heals, 2 tanks, not 3 tanks, 2 heals. No, sit my cock if you want to.
But you were
It's on
just
it.
not running the
No,
bridge.
did we play
That's
Gots?
absolutely
Did we
what
play
you were doing.
Gots? Did we play
You were playing
Gots?
it fine.
No,
You were
no,
playing
no, no, no,
Slam
no.
Ambulance,
Did we play Gots? No, did we
effectively.
play Gots?
Yes,
Yes, no, did
Harry,
we
I'm
play
just
goals?
messing with you, man. Well, I mean, not classic goats.
Yeah,
But,
fine.
yeah, Harry, just quick, dude. I was just
Even
being,
naming
like,
goals.
chill. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But also, like, they're allowed to. You know what I'm saying? Like, they never said they never play
it's
goats.
like- we said we'd never play goals. And we haven't played goals.
Either way, let's talk about the game. Hanzo, Volskaya.
Easy.
You popped off. That I was making fun of your play of the game because it was a Storm Arrow and then all the headshots. Didn't realise you were actually good at Hanzo, to be honest.
You said this yesterday about my Hammond. I'm feeling offended right now.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I kind of knew you were okay at Hanzo, but like, were you like, what changed? Like, why did you just randomly just get a 4K every fight? Like, what was happening?
Well, when you're as good as me, you can do anything you want.
Oh,
so,
right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so not a real answer. Got ya. I don't even know what are the maps were there? Elios,
Yeah.
Sim May, you scumbag.
What was that scummy? That's what were you and me, man?
Sim May in a Plat League. That's why it's
What's wrong?
scummy.
What's he doing? Partly? What? Where are you getting this from? Who's let you cast? Who's let you
I
cast?
don't know. Widow wasn't here for a while, but he just randomly pieced out after the first map. I guess he was bored or something. I don't know. Weird one.
I'll be honest. I
But,
don't like the team. I started chatting shit last year that they get rollers. They didn't rollers. They pocketed every Genji they did. They always put a Nano in or Lucio in, or just Rissa. It's just I don't know.
I thought Spartans played very well. I'm actually quite happy.
No.
Like,
Co-ops
they should be
played
quite
very
happy
well.
with that performance.
Courts played very well. No, the pockets played very well. Let's say that. Can you mute me
think
in
the
the general
healers played
chat,
well.
please? Can you mute me in the general chat, please? I'm still muted.
Wait, are you?
Yeah.
I can ask Widow
Disgusting
too.
behaviour.
Yeah, just 1 second.
Who let him admin? Who let him admin? Yeah, carry on.
I
Any
don't
more
know,
questions?
I don't know.
You asked me how good like we're gonna beat you. Like,
To be fair,
Yes, me about
alright, Simon Flames is saying Gherkin should have been MVP.
What?
I would agree with you, but George on Volskaya was very strong, and Gherkin played Reinhardt for the entirety of Gibraltar. And I'm not sure if that's his call, but ultimately Reinhardt
Yeah,
and Gibraltar, big lol. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why you got rolled. They ran a comp that made sense, and you didn't.
you say we got rolled.
Harry's just sending me death threats. I mean, you got rolled.
Sorry. Yeah, are you? You're in a mad one, you aren't you? We got rolled. Are you
Dude,
daft?
so the only reason it was close is because they had one team fight for the whole first 2 points on defense.
No, because all
Like,
it did is fucking save, wasn't
In
it?
ter-
Like,
I was
Genji
counting
ult.
team fights. You had
Literally.
like 15 team fights in that game, and you won 4. You got rolled just because the end score was close. Like,
Oh, so they got rolled every fight then? No, they got rolled. Yeah, fuck it. They got rolled. 3-1, we rolled them, boys. Easy clap. Stop my knob. Oh, well,
You rolled them on Blizzard World.
No, we rolled them every map then. If it's due to your
Nah.
terminology from your thing, we rolled them every map.
What? 4 to 11 in team fights? Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
because we rolled them all to 40 to 11 map. Do you not see Volskaya in last map?
Uh,
Literally,
Volskaya? I saw...
yeah. Top of the map sister
they're-
was
they're-
literally fighting him.
Say again?
There was a fight between in top of the mag. That's why we lost that map. Would have rolled them.
Oh. Let's pull Harry in here, because, I'm just curious, because this should be funny. Gherkin played well, but it was just the lack of Winston on the biggest dive map.
Team fights being won.
Isn't it?
Oh, it's
He's
just some
saying we
random
got-
bullshit I
we
made
say-
up
he's
to make
saying-
George
yeah.
shut up. Just
Wait, no, I
fine.
don't know.
Saying-
Tell me, what's the map?
Just let it happen.
Yeah,
I just want to know what the
apparently
maps
got
were.
rolled
What
on
map was it
Gibraltar.
when we lost?
Apparently got rolled on Gibraltar.
You lost to Gibraltar because you didn't run dive. Clowns.
We don't need to
It's
run
fine.
fucking
Um,
dive. Listen, they
you
played
run
goals.
dive on
If we're
Gibraltar.
gonna play
Imagine not-
meta here, we're gonna play meta on every map, but we're gonna play goals. We didn't play goals. And shut up.
It worked very well for you to play the Rhine Zarya, didn't it? That Mace strat was pog, dude. It worked real good.
Oh, shut the fuck, I risk her through. I risk her through. Listen, you didn't put your shit forward.
Basically,
Oh, this is such a...
you see,
Go
We,
on, Harry.
we memed on that.
see
map,
what
didn't we?
happens, yeah, is I really didn't want to have to bring out my insane Zarya, but they made me bring it out. So,
Oh
that's
my
bring
god,
it.
he played well on one map. He played well on one map, boys. He played well on one map.
George, you played well on my map and you got MVP.
I
Then
played
one
well
map
on
you
two
popped
maps.
off on above Volskaya.
Ilios.
You didn't.
Ilios. I did pop off on Ilios.
He did.
No,
he did
all I
alright on
heard
Ilios, to be
all I heard
fair.
was my turret is still alive. My turret is still alive. That's all the comms I heard from you.
Yeah, because I don't want to fucking stop fucking top of the map.
Who
fighting his
called out
sister.
all our strats? Who called out all those strats?
Oh my
Me.
god, you're well bent and you shout at him. I'm top of my stop pushing him. Stop it.
Okay, now come on, you have to admit.
He's so stupid. He's so stupid.
Alright, well, this is
Anyway,
devolved. I'm going
Spartans.
to end the stream.
Get
This is